Hello bro, it's currently almost 15 to 9 and I just came maybe 40 minutes ago, so I'm telling you honestly bro, working for others from 9 to fucking 6 in the afternoon is complete bullshit. So we need to get rich as quickly as possible so that we can become both financially free and not to be enslaved anymore, okay? Now let's leave that aside bro. Today we are going to analyze NVIDIA Corporation with the stock ticker NVDA, because currently this stock is one of the hottest stocks on the stock market. So I was thinking, okay, let's take a look at it together, especially now that they did a stock split, so the stock is massively cheaper, bro. And let's take a look if we can also add this to our own portfolio, okay? Now, as always, this is going to be what we will use for the analysis. We are going to use this little Canva presentation, and let's begin, okay? Now, first of all, why should you listen to me? This is very simple answer, bro. My name is Yasha and I am your best investment advisor who will help you make smart decisions with investments, okay? Now this is me here, the little pretty boy. Nah, but additionally, bro, I also know quite a few secret strategies that will help you outperform the SP 500. So click the first link in the description if you are interested in that, of course, okay? Now this is going to be a very simple, straightforward and beginner-friendly presentation without any bullshit whatsoever, because I don't want to be like your useless business university teacher who just teaches you useless shit and doesn't teach you anything whatsoever. So let's begin, okay? Now, as a complete beginner, you should generally care about the following 6 things. You should care about the chart, profit, debt, money on the bank account, value, and the price, okay? Now let's begin with the chart. So as you can see here, we have a little instruction that tells us chart has to grow for all 10 years. Now, what exactly does that mean? That means that I will first draw a little exponential growth line, kind of like this, and then I will compare the actual chart, so the stock price, with this black line, okay? And generally, we want to see that the chart grows and it also follows that line. And here you can see, bro, that the NVIDIA price chart is actually really good. It had a bit of a kind of decline here from 2022 to 3, but then it absolutely exploded. So chart definitely follows that exponential growth. So chart is really amazing. It's good to go, okay? Now we come to the profit, and for the profit we have also a little instruction that tells us profit has to be in plus and it has to grow as well. Now here is the same story, bro. I will first draw a little exponential line, kind of like this, and then we will also compare the profit with that line, okay? Now you can see that the line and the profit are actually really perfectly matched, bro. The profit follows that line, so this is what we want to see, except obviously here in 2023 where they had a bit of a decline in terms of the profit. But bro, 2024 is right now here, and the data that we have for 2024 is absolutely crazy. Up until this point, the profits are already much higher, bro, much higher than in the previous years. So let's see what will happen at the end of this year. I'm really excited, bro. Profit is absolutely amazing. This is what we want to see. Now we come to the debt, and our instruction tells us that debt has to be low and it has to also decline through the years, preferably, okay? Now what do we have here? Here we have exactly the opposite. The debt is growing through the years. So that kind of sucks, bro. But don't worry, bro. I think that this stock is actually, I mean, NVIDIA as a general is investing a ton of money, especially in the previous few years, into AI, into, I don't know, technology, into fucking computers that are hyper genius or whatever they are doing, bro. I don't know. But I'm sure that they are investing a ton of money. That's why, because of those investments here, because of that debt, the price absolutely skyrocketed. So even though the debt is not good to see, bro, that it's higher and higher, I think this debt will pay off in terms of the performance of the company, okay? Now we come to the money, and for money we mean money on their bank account, how much they literally have on their bank account, and preferably we want to see that they have more money than costs, okay? Obviously, we don't want to invest in stock that has fucking minus on the bank account, okay? Now, what do we have here? We have here plus $39 billion. So they have plus $39 billion on their bank account, which means they have more money than costs. Use your brain, bro. It's quite simple. If they have plus, they have more money, so they can cover the costs. Now that's absolutely amazing to see, especially this amount of money. This is the highest that I've seen so far in pure cash. So that's absolutely crazy, bro. Now we come to the evaluation. So preferably, of course, we want to invest in stocks that are undervalued. Now, how do we know if the stock is undervalued? We measure two things. First of all is P/E ratio, and second of all is intrinsic value. Now, if you are a complete beginner, bro, those are some complicated topics that I will discuss later with you. But generally, you want to see P/E ratio lower than 15 and intrinsic value higher than the current stock price. Now, let's begin with P/E, okay? P/E has to be lower than 15. Now, what is the P/E ratio of NVIDIA? It's almost 70, so this is of course higher than 15 by around 4 times. So that's absolutely sucks. This sucks to see, bro, because it's so overvalued, bro. So in terms of P/E, stock is overvalued, sorry. Now we come to the intrinsic value, and now here I want you to pay attention, okay, because this is absolutely important. Now intrinsic value tells you the fair price of the stock based on some calculations based on financial statements, okay, meaning income statement, cash flow statement, and which one again? Balance sheet, income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement, okay? Now the fair price of NVIDIA right now should be $78. At this exact moment, this should be the fair price, okay? But you can see that the price is currently sitting at $123, which is much higher, almost double the price of the intrinsic value, okay? So what does that tell you? That the actual price, based on calculations, is actually that much overpriced than the current price. So the price right now is actually too much overpriced. It's too overpriced, bro. So we don't want to see that at all, okay? Because the current price is actually almost double the price that it should have. You know what I mean? So in terms of the value, NVIDIA is absolutely overvalued. Absolutely overvalued, bro. And now we come to the price. And as you can see here, the price has to be lower than 150 euros or dollars or British pounds, whatever, so that we can start considering buying the stock, okay? Because we don't want to buy overpriced stocks, and 150 euros is kind of the border between overpriced and underpriced stock, okay? Now, NVIDIA has the price of $123, almost 124, so this is very good to see, okay? And now we come to the final evaluation, bro, where we are going to just summarize everything that we found so far. And now let's begin with the chart, okay? So the chart had an absolute amazing growth. It followed that exponential line, so this is what we want to see. If you don't believe me, go to the beginning of the video and watch the whole video again, okay? A bit of a joke. Now the profit also follows that exponential line, so this is what we want to see as well. Now in terms of the debt is increasing through the years, so we don't like that. In terms of the money, they have almost $40 billion on their bank account, so this is amazing to see. In terms of the price, the stock is overvalued. No, sorry, in terms of the value, the stock is overvalued, so we don't want to see that. And in terms of the price, it's below 150 euros, so that's good to see. Now we come to the final decision. So technically we should sell this stock because it's way overvalued, it's way too much, the debt is increasing. But bro, I think that this is still a very interesting stock, bro. But the only problem is that the company grows extremely well, maybe because of the overvaluation and maybe because of the hype as well, because right now everyone is buying, and as you know, if everyone is buying, that increases the demand, and higher demand means with limited supply, it means that the price will go up, you know. So obviously NVIDIA doesn't have unlimited amount of stocks, so if everyone is buying it, of course the price will go up, okay? So this is something that I'm a bit concerned about, because I don't want to buy overvalued price, with especially right now that it's at the absolute highest. But we will see what will happen in the future, okay? Because the profit in 2024 is absolutely bonkers. Like, you should have seen those numbers. They are absolutely crazy. More than, we are in half of the year, and they are more, the profit is higher than in the previous year. So this is absolutely crazy. They also have a huge chunk of money on their bank account. They are reinvesting the money back into the business. And the only bad thing is, of course, they are overvalued due to the hype, and they are paying no dividends. So if you are a dividend investor like me, you have no additional cash flow, okay? So bro, final decision, I think you should put this stock on your watch list. Maybe wait a bit that the stock price drops, and then go full on it, and then let's see what happens, okay? Now, if you want to know more about secret strategies, bro, click the first link in the description. Follow me if you want to know more about stock market. I'm trying to teach you every day something new. So click subscribe, do the hard work, and see you on top of the world.